Hi everyone. I've been getting requests on making these flowers. This is the project that I'm currently working on, and these were all made with scrap wire. They're very pretty. I did part one and I did show how to make them. So you haven't seen part one, clearly. I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna make some more now, but this is the project that I'm working on. And I am going to record how I put them together. I had to do it this way because I had a hard time putting them together so that they won't fall through. But I got this now. And the beads, the crystals that I'm using, they are in a playlist. These are 6mm, and these bicones are 4mm. They are also in the playlist. The petals I bought on Shein, but if you go on Amazon, you can find acrylic. Just do a search for acrylic or plastic petals for crafting or for flower making or you'll find it. It's not that hard. Anyway, what you're going to do is put your bead on your wire like this, and then just give it a pinch. It helps it to settle into your petal a little bit easier. So now, don't put your wires through the hole in the middle because it'll just fall through. Even if you put petals, it'll fall through to the point of the petal. What you're going to do instead is, after you get your bead on, you're going to put it right on top of the petal and then bring it through. These petals have like a little space and it goes all the way down to the back. So put one on and then put the other on. Give them a little tug so that they're all the way, so they're closer together, like that. It's not hard on the hands, I promise. Next, take your wire. I don't know if I said it, this is 22 gauge wire, also in a playlist. And you're going to twist real close to it, like that, because you want to be able to move it around. Next, I'm going to use 5. I was using 6. Use however many you want to use for your leaf. These 4mm bicones on a playlist. Sorry I haven't gotten back to finishing up that heart, but it's been hectic. I haven't had time. It's been busy and chaotic with car issues and registry and finding a new car. It's just been a nightmare. Okay, so now you bring your wire right up to the twist like that, and then twist until it closes up the space. If you don't want a round leaf, don't put 5, put 4. Now you'll notice you have a long and a short wire. Always use the long wire to add a leaf and the long wire to twist with, or else you're going to have one really short wire and you're not going to be able to do much with it. So what I'm going to do now is just hold on to the flower and put in nice and close, you don't want a space there, a few twists, just enough to put another leaf. And you can pick your color. I like this color. Put it on your wire, and now find your flower, pop it in on the side, and then pop it in on the other side, like that. Bring them together, and now just twist out a little bit. And you can add your leaf or 2. This time I'll do 4 bicones instead of 5, and I'll show you the difference in the shape of your leaf. I actually prefer 6. So I'll do this one with 6. That's what I've been doing on mine. Depending on how big you want your leaf will determine how many bicones you put on your wire. Now, slide them down like this so that they're in the middle. Close it up. Well, first you need a little space right there. And now you can twist your leaf. This one I left too much space, which is fine. Doesn't matter. You can always later on put a bend in it when you make up your arrangement. Let it hang outside your form. It looks like this. And that's all I'm going to do on this one. Twist it up. Now, let's see. I thought I had one with just one, and I don't know what I did with it. I was going to show you how to add. Here we go. This is one that I made without adding another flower to it. What you can do with this one is attach, just put it like that, cross it over, and then with this long one, twist them together, like that. If you want to put them into like a vase or some kind of decorative pot, make them longer, stick them into some styrofoam, and make an arrangement. Put them in a little vase, they'll be beautiful there too. They are quite pretty. The project that I'm working on, I'm working in a hoop. And I'll tell you, I will be back to show you how I got them to stay together and what I plan to do to cover up this mess. It will be beautiful, and I will share it as soon as I'm done. Okay, we're going to use a longer wire this time. This is 10 inches long. Fold your wire in half. Pick your bead. I don't like that color. Bring it to the end. And I just, I don't see a blue one. If you put your bead in the same color petal, it doesn't show up as much. I did that with one, a purple one, and you just can't see it. So take your, oops, don't do that. Once you have your bead on your wire, put it through, slide your bead up, pull it down into the space in the back. Let me get it in focus for you. The space in between the petals is where you want your wire to go, not through the middle of the petal, because it'll just fall through. Even if you put a leaf, it'll slide down. Excuse me. That's how I figured out how to do this. I knew there had to be a way. Sorry, I have a frog in my throat. My voice is going. Okay, here we go, just like that. Now we're going to put on our bicones for our leaf. I'll use 6. You can use however many you want. These are 4mm, and they're in the playlist. Oh, so I have to do this first or else I'll forget what I'm doing. So for everyone that's new here, I have playlists that I created for beginners. For everything that I do, I put in a playlist, mostly. There is a playlist of bracelets and 4-inch hoops that you will learn an incredible amount from. There's also a playlist if you break a wire if the wire is too short. And on the Valentine, the heart shape, I had to add a whole section. So you can learn a lot from the playlists. But I get comments that say, how do I find this playlist? Okay, so I'm thinking you may have found me on a short, or it just popped up. Now, if you look on the bottom, it should be on the left-hand side, you'll see a little green round tree. Not a tree I made, just a little picture, a little emblem, a thumbnail of a tree. Just tap on that, and that will bring you to my home page. When you're on my home page, you should see some green crystals and a little owl at the top. Beneath that, you'll see videos, shorts. Go down one more, and you'll see playlists. So tap on playlists. And when you do that, everything I do will come up. So that's the only way I can explain it to you. I'm going to see if I can post it a different way for you to see it. I don't know. If anyone else here, if you're having a hard time finding my playlists, leave me a comment, because that means I have to figure something out. I just don't know how else to explain it. Okay, now let's put 6 more on this side here. No, actually, you know what I wanted to show you? Pick a bead or a crystal. You can use round beads if you'd like. Put it on and twist a little bit more. Find the back. Place your flower, your crystal onto your flower, like that, on both sides. Now, bring it up, and now you're going to twist. You need to hold on to that though, like that. Now you have 2. The first one we did was kind of close together. I can't even find it now. But anyway, it'll look like this. I have 1 leaf on this one, I'll put 2 on this one. Reason being, when I was arranging, it just looked like I had too many leaves all over the place. So that's when I started doing like 1 on one, and then 1 on the other, and then 2 on some. It's up to you. If you want to put more, put more. If you don't, you don't have to. So with that in mind, always start with the longest wire, because if you use this one here, the short one, it's going to get really short, really fast, and you're not going to be able to do anything with it unless you're making something that needs really short flowers. Okay, now we'll make our leaf. Okay, slide everything down like that. Bring it up to where the twists are. Like, can you see? Just hold on to it and put in your twists like that until it closes up to the other wire. Now you have your leaf. Now you still have 1 longer wire. This is the wire that you're gonna twist with, like that. Now you still have a longer wire. I'm gonna just bring it over to me, and I'm gonna put another leaf on the longest wire. just like that. Now, slide them down, bring it up to where the wire is that you've already twisted, and now put in your twists. You see, I'm supporting this with my finger, and I always use my thumb right here so that these don't get crossed, and it also helps me to have a good grip on it while I'm working on it. Now, you still have a longer wire. This is the wire. I'm going to move it away from me because I twist towards me. This is the wire you're going to use to make your stem. You can twist like this. My wrist keeps cracking. Or you can turn your project. Just gently slide it out of your hand. And there you have such a pretty little flower. Isn't that adorable? So now what you can do is you can add it on to another flower to create something that looks like this. And that's what we're going to do right now. I'm going to make another flower, and we're going to make this one longer. I'm going to use a longer piece of wire. Not that I have to, I just want to. For no reason. Pick up your, I want that color. I really like this color. This is like a burgundy. Slide your bead down like that. Pick your petal. Put your bead on top of the petal. Bring it down through one space in between two petals. Bring it down again like that, and give it a little tug, not too tight. I broke one. After making all of those, one broke like this. Now what you're going to do is twist. You want your twist to go all the way up to the back of your petal. So just put in a few, just like gently tug on it, just let it come out from your hand so that the twists look nice and pretty. Now I'm going to add a leaf. I'm going to use these little bicones. They're 4mm, like I said. They are really pretty, and they're in the playlist. You can alternate the size of your leaves if you want. You can use 4, 5, 6, whatever you want. If you want a smaller leaf, use fewer beads. Bring that wire right up, the one that you just put the crystals on. Oops. I don't want it too long. Just slide them up a little bit. Now you can twist. Don't over twist, or you'll have a leaf in your hand, not connected to your work. Now you'll see we have a long wire and a short wire. With the longest wire, longer wire, make a few twists. And you still have a long wire. Don't use the short one, use the long one. I'm going to put 5 on this one to show you the difference of the shape of your leaf. Bring it up to where you had stopped twisting. Hold it right there, right at the base, and put in a leaf. Now you still have a long wire. I'm going to bring it over because I twist towards me. You want to twist with that wire. You could add another flower. I'm not going to. This one here is just one. And the round leaf, this one, was made with 5 bicones. This one was made with 6. Matter of preference. Now, what we're going to do is add it to our other one. That's why sometimes I use 2 leaves, sometimes not. In this case, it would have probably been better if I used 1, but it doesn't matter, it's still pretty. Now take these 2, you're going to twist with the one that has the longest wire, this stem, and you're going to put in your twists. You determine how long you want your wire as to how long you want your stems. That's the only way I can explain it to you. And now you have 2. I like that I can bring the flowers away. I can push them forward, push the leaf backward, and give it like dimension. See, sideways. This flower is like leaning forward. If I wanted to make it back or turn it a little bit, you can do whatever you want. They're really pretty. So that one's done. Let's do another one. Pick your bead. Pick your petal, put it on top like that, and put each wire in between a petal. And make sure you get it in there good, because you don't want to see a lot of wire. So just push it down. And then when you twist nice and close to the back of the petal, and it'll tighten it up. So hold on to your petal and just twist and let it slide through your fingers to where you want it. Now you have a long wire. Oh, nope, not yet. After a leaf, you'll have a long wire and a short wire. Okay. This time I'll use 5 on both. Actually, I'm going to make 1 leaf on this one. So every flower that I made, I used 2. So every one has 4 wires. Even the ones that have 2 flowers, I put that on the wrong wire. I did not use any that has just 1 flower. Like this, the one that I'm making now, I have to make another one. Or I choose to make another one. It just thickens up your stem. But you don't have to do it that way. You find what works good for you. And this works for me. The longest wire, I'm going to wrap it towards me. I never wrap with the short wire. And if you make a tree and you make a leaf, always use your long wire, because if you don't, you may not reach your hoop. And then you have to add on. And if you come into that situation, go to the playlist. I'm going to leave that one like that. And I don't have any more wire cut. So I'm going to cut one. I'm not going to measure it. I'm just going to take off some. About that. Here's my, I didn't plan on cutting wire. Sorry about that. So, clip the wire. Fold it in half. And pick your bead. Find a back, your flower, and put it on top of it like that. Bring it down in between the petals like that. Hold on to it and bring it down again on the other side. Give it a little pull, not too much. I broke one, but I only broke one. Now you're going to get real close. I use my thumb right here. And give your flower a twist, or twist with your wrist. I suggest using the flower. The wrist gets worn out. Trust me. Okay, so now we're going to add a little flower. We'll stick with 5. Slide them down. So leave a little bit of space so that you can twist it. Bring it up to where you have your twisted stem and close it up like that. Now, a long wire and a short wire. Use the long wire to twist. So I twist towards me, so I'm going to put it over there and put in my twists like this. Too many. There we go. And I'm going to make another leaf. Bring it, oops, make a little space, bring it up, hold on to it, put in your twist, just until it closes up that little space. Now, your wires are about the same length. Work on your stem, just like that. Now this is what you have. Now we're going to find the other one that had 1 leaf, and magically now it has 2. The other one had 4. It looks better, I think, with one having just 1. It's less crowded, but you'll determine how many leaves you want, how long you want your stem. It all depends on what you're going to do with it. This would look really pretty if you had a little plant or a small vase. Put some styrofoam in there and just arrange your flowers. But there you have it, guys. This is how you make your flower. I hope you like it. Excuse me, my gosh. And if you like it, give me a thumbs up. I'll see you soon.